Eva Marcille from Atlanta. She looks fabulous. I love the detail in the hair. Listen, Eva Marcille is pretty much a BET and BET plus darling. I mean, her show, All of the Queens of Men, it's pretty popular, and I think she looks amazing. Karen Huger, I feel like the girls are not really going to see it for this look. But listen, the ones that know. The ones that get it, get it. The girls that know fashion, know fashion. I live for an oversized moment. I think Karen Huger looks amazing. But the one who stole the night from me is Miss Candace Dillard-Bassett. It is giving worldwide. It is giving superstar. It is giving I'm here to claim my award. It's giving no longer starless, but a star. Candace, I love it, sis. I love this. I love it. So listen, shout out to Candace Dillard-Bassett. Now, a little birdie told me, shout out to Jay's reality TV blog. They basically said that, Wendy's there. I don't have any photos of Wendy, and I'm not going to go looking. It is what it is. I ain't got time. But, Candace is there, Karen is there, and Wendy is allegedly there. I don't know how true that is. But they say that the cameras are back in Potomac filming Jacqueline and Sheree's have a crab boil, a seafood boil. And I'm a little bit confused at the situation because I really, 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 really hope. Okay. Now listen, Mr. Eric Fuller, I've been, rooting for you. We've all been rooting for you. We love you over here at the House of Aaron. And I don't know if I had your back, but the girls were saying that you single-handedly destroyed the two black shows under the Real Housewives franchise. And I did not agree with that. So listen, I really hope that Eric Fuller did not decide not to film the three ladies at the BET Awards and instead film Jacqueline and Sheree's having a seafood boil. I think that would be absolutely ridiculous. And is Jacqueline really back? You mean to tell me that Jacqueline is back, but Escalade isn't? What was wrong with Escalade? I thought she was perfect. She was gorgeous. She gave us fashions. She had a life. She had children, a husband. I hope to God y'all not filming Jacqueline eating crawfish and crab and potatoes and corn and eggs and shrimps. I hope to God that's a lie. I would say Candace and maybe Erica Jane have used this platform to actually launch real music careers. And so Drew Sidora was watching Potomac. She was watching Beverly Hills, and she basically said, I want to do that. Super reminiscent of when all the girls, they were in that music video and things like that. And I just am tired. All right. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Drew Sidora stole Candace's storyline. Now, Drew's sister is basically banned from the house because she called Ralph controlling and manipulative. And did Allison lie? Did she lie? Did I lie? Did I lie? Did Allison lie? Allison is a bit too emotional for me. Like, what's going on with Allison? Now, we do know Allison was dealing with depression and stuff like that, and, the mental health, and she was banned from the house and stuff like that. She no longer works as Drew Sidora's manager. It's just really interesting because I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't know. It was weird because at the music video shoot, Ralph and Allison had a moment to where they cried, or Allison cried, and then Drew started crying, and then the mama started crying, and then Allison and Ralph started hugging. And to me, it's like, okay, you mean to tell me that Allison feels like Ralph is controlling and manipulative, and then Ralph banned her from Drew Sidora's household, and then now all of a sudden she's back into the picture and y'all hugging and crying and kumbayaing? Please don't put a Band-Aid on the cancer. Do not put a Band-Aid on the cancer. This is not a scratch. This is not a bruise. This is cancer. Deal with the cancer. Get some chemo, okay? Y'all are putting on a Band-Aid for something that needs chemo. We see Sonya and Marlo getting together. They're having a powwow. Sonya has a deal with Belk. Okay, so now we have Sheba Sheree. I love it when the women talk about their businesses. I love it when they talk about entrepreneurship. We have Mommy Nation and I Fit with Sonya Richards-Ross. We have LA Archive with Marlo. We got the Sheba Sheree by Sheree. We got Tags and Kandi's. What's Kandi's restaurant? Old Lady Gang Blaze. The women are really, really out here doing their thing. Kenya Moore Hair Care. Courtney, we don't know her jewelry line, but listen, we'll get to know it if she stays on the show long enough. All right, so she's talking about the Belk and stuff like that. And did y'all see how it seemed to me like Sonya was trying to hold Marlo accountable? She says, when you're with me, when we're having a one-on-one, you're cool. When you get around the other ladies, when you get around Kenya, when you get around Kandi, you go off. You go off the rails. Sis, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay. So, for those of you who have been on Twitter talking about some, hold Sonya accountable. If you're gonna be neutral, hold everyone accountable. Was that enough for y'all? Was that enough? Sonya was coming to Marlo with love. Was it enough for the girls on Twitter? All right, so moving right along. So Marlo has been celibate for 4 years. You mean to tell me not even Gene Simmons? Is Gene Simmons alive? Is Gene Simmons alive? You mean to tell me not even Gene Simmons or Jazzy Faye or even the white billionaire Ted Turner, allegedly? You mean to tell me Big Papa? You mean to tell me Gene Simmons, Big Papa, and Jazzy Faye, they have not been hitting it for the past 4 years? And now she's about to go on this blind date. I didn't even know people still did blind dates in 2023. Like, that concept seems so, like, outdated to me. Like, it's giving 2003 and we're in 2023. Who's going on a blind date, child? Right? You need to Google. I need to see your Instagrams. I got to see everything. Okay, lay it out. Kandi does open up about her life. I'm not one of those people who believe, Kandi doesn't share anything and nothing like that. Now, do I want her to be more forthcoming about more things? Absolutely. But I don't think she's a totally closed book. I don't believe that to be true. No. With that being said, though, I'm actually surprised out of all these years onto the show that this, from what I can remember, is the first episode where Kandi's health inspections were called into question. Because we talk about these damn health inspections. I've been on YouTube for 3+ years. And I felt like every single year, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020, I felt like 4 years. I felt like all those years, 2019, I feel like I've been talking about these failed ass health inspections for years. And I can't remember not one lady bringing that up to the show. So is Kandi protected? I don't know. But listen, Sheree was spilling a ways about the Shibashin and how, Kandi was, perpetuating the negative, just the negativity surrounding the Shibashire launch and stuff like that. And yeah, I do agree with the Twitter girlies and the fact that everybody was talking about Shibashin. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody. But I also feel as though, like, I don't know, we're not all Sheree's friend, right? And Sheree considers Kandi a friend. And so they're going back and forth about the Shibashin and what Kandi said on her Speak On This. And then Sheree brings up the failed health inspections. And she also brings up the fact that she brought 12 people over there to the old lady gang. And they didn't get serviced until 3 hours, later. And what else did they talk about? And how half the stuff they ordered, it was out of stock. Sheree said she went to the Tags boutique and she could only wash the t-shirt once. Now, Marlo speaking about her nephew, to me, how can I say this? Sheree saying all of that was way worse for Kandi's business than Marlo bringing up the nephew. Am I wrong? Am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? She basically said that the clothes that you sell in your store are trash. She basically said that the customer service at your restaurants are trash. I mean, whatever happened to customer service? Girl. Child, at that point, whatever Kandi said on the damn Speak On It couldn't have been as worse as that. It went from worse to worse. Okay, moving right along. So they go back and forth. Drew wants, or Kandi wants Drew to be the lead in Todd's new movie. So don't say that Kandi don't be putting the girls on, and that Kandi don't do nothing for the community, and that Kandi don't employ the girls because she be giving them movie deals and plays and TV shows on WeTV. All right? She's the mayor of Atlanta, and you must respect her. All right. Allison comes over to the house. Ralph goes to bed. He knew Allison was on her way, and Ralph said, "Yeah, not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles." Um, but y'all, what's up with these iPhone scenes? Now, remember I think that was like the second episode when they were at City Winery, and it was Drew Sidora versus Marlo Hampton, and we had this like iPhone footage. I guess the cameraman went home for the night, and Drew and Marlo had their little back and forth scuffle, and we had this iPhone footage. So I'm trying to think, like, is that a producer filming that? Because it's really good footage. Like, it's very stabilized, steady hands. They have really steady hands, and they know to click 4K at 30 frames per second or 60 FPS and whatnot. And they be having the flash on, and like they be panning the cameras. Okay, if you know anything about camera work, let me know in the comments down below. But that iPhone footage is very nice. So I'm like, is that a random person doing that? It's got to be a producer. Because if it was any random person, the footage would be so shaky, and it'd be like this really nice. They could really shoot the whole show on an iPhone. Right? So Allison comes over, and then that's dead. Okay, so Allison is basically kind of like being reintroduced into Drew's life after she was banned from the house in Atlanta. Okay. Okay, then we have the video shoot, and Kenya was invited to be a video vixen, and she basically said, excuse me, in the confessional that it was a low budget version of Beyonce's Blow. Now, remember when they were in the parking lot in Potomac and everybody said it was low budget and it was this, and then Candace said your mama is low budget, which had to sting because Mia and her mama don't get along, and it was a whole thing and a whole fight, and there was salad tossing, child. Well, child, the only salad hopefully that's gonna be tossed as a result of this low budget comment is Mark's. Okay, Kenya's tongue on Mark's ass. Listen, moving right along, Allison and Ralph, that's when they have their hug and their crying session, and it's just, I don't know, like, it seems genuine, but it also seems fake because we have not talked about the real issues. Why are we coming to a come to Jesus moment? Why are we having a kumbaya moment and we ain't talked about the issues? Let's talk about the fact that Ralph Pittman is controlling and manipulative and was probably allegedly cheating in Tampa. When I view Ralph and Drew's relationship, I don't get the sense that Ralph really too much cares for Drew. Like, I just don't see, I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like he's been acting. Okay, they say how Drew is an actor. I feel like Ralph is an actor too. I feel like he's acting to be like this good husband because so far, so good this season. So far, so good. He has not had a bad moment this season yet. And I don't think he will have a bad moment, right? We know that in all of the interviews, right, the ladies, they've gone on press tours to promote this season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in all the interviews, everyone says, well, I was kind of shocked because they were doing better. I think it was all an act. I think it's all an act. I don't think Ralph liked that woman. How Marlo went off at the end of the episode talking about something and your own husband don't like you. I am not going to co-sign on the box comment. Okay, wait a minute. Y'all know I love this clip.
Drew better sit her little Mickey Mouse built like a box ass down.
I am not going to co-sign on the box comment, the Mickey Mouse comment. However, I do co-sign on the fact that I don't feel like that man like her. Like, it might have been, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it ain't genuine. Okay, somebody acting, somebody. And I don't know, was it Carlos King? I think he basically said, like, sis, I don't know why you is getting up here on the cameras and you is acting as if this show is about to win somebody's Emmy. Why do you guys think Kandi want to do acting so bad? Why y'all think she doing a la carte in The Chi? Because she wants that Emmy and she's not getting it over there at the Real Housewives of Atlanta, directed by Eric Fuller. Drew, you don't have to act, baby. You don't have to act, Ralph. You don't have to act either. I feel like their entire relationship is an act. He's been playing like the nice husband. It's not giving. So, yes, nothing has been resolved between Allison and Ralph, but yet everybody's hugging. Marlo says sorry to Drew. But then Drew says over the phone that she doesn't like how Marlo is showing up as a friend. And so Marlo hangs up the phone and basically drags the hell out of Drew. I almost called her Zoo. She hangs up and drags the hell out of Zoo and says that her own husband don't want her and she's shaped like a box and she's fake and she's acting. Marlo, that wasn't fair. Marlo, that was not fair. I don't like that. And then what else didn't happen at the end of the episode? So then Marlo goes on her date. Chef Scott Lee Ennis is fine as hell. And so Marlo, listen, do you boo. Do you boo, do you boo. Now, there has been a little chatter in the streets of Atlanta. And I really, really hope that this man likes you a little bit. I hope he's not using you and your television fame in order to promote the restaurant that's in the strip mall. Y'all saw how Marlo dragged the man business without even meeting the man. I was just like, girl, not the strip mall, okay? Listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the entire situation. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.